Hello, hello, hello. It's time for another confessional. I will say, I do have yet to upload the confessional I recorded yesterday. I mean, I have it saved on my phone. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna upload it after this. I feel like, even though there's some things that I don't want people to necessarily hear, I have to take some sort of responsibility for the game that I'm playing, the actions that I take or may not take, the things that I may or may not consider, because that's what you kind of owe to the people that I guess you're voting out. Um, so with this round, I feel a little more on the hot seat. I know previously I had kind of said that I feel comfortable. I know that, I wouldn't be going, and that's still the case. I still won't be going, but I don't feel as comfortable. I know that Mikey and Asha have said my name a couple times now. I've heard Asha, I think on 2 or 3 separate instances, mention my name, and that scares me so much. Luckily, I do have that, in to hear that it is being said, but it's still like Asha and Mikey are the most powerful people in the game besides Robbie. So it's very scary. But what's really interesting with this being at top 7, there's 3 people that are really big, and there's 4 people that seem to be not so much in terms of gameplay wise, for what, the jury may be looking at. And the 3 people are obviously Robbie, Mikey, Asha, and the other 4, Courtney, Katie, me, Lee Ban. So initially I was a little concerned just because at worst case scenario, I know that Mikey, Asha, and possibly Courtney could all vote for me just because Courtney's connection and mine have been severed since, I had voted for her. We're still here in the game, but it's just, it is what it is. However, we're at top 7, and you need to consider any possible opportunity, option, route that you can. Doesn't matter if you hate the person, doesn't matter. I'm not going to be like DQ and Asha and not consider a possibility with someone just because I may not get along or trust or like them. There still is something that may be able to work there. Even if it's not mutual or beneficial to both, you got to do what you got to do to take advantage to move yourself further in the game. So, with that being said, it's really been important that I get some traction with Asha and Mikey just to keep them from saying my name. Whether it be a group, some sort of call. My concern with making an alliance with Asha or Mikey right now, especially with what we're planning on doing, I fear that I'd be pissing them off to go off to jury to be pissed at me and possibly not vote for me if I'm in the end. With Robbie giving me and Lee Ban all the information that he has about what Asha and Mikey has said, he's done the dirty to them. He's, repeated what they've said. He's been the rat. He's leaked info. So if I don't make a deal with them, I'm not breaking their trust. I'm not making a promise I can't keep. I'm having a great time playing with everybody, and especially them, and talking to them because they're 2 great individuals. But they're just huge power players, and I know that they have to go if I want a chance at winning. So, last night, I have all my days confused, so at some point in time, me, Katie, it was last night after the challenge, and Lee Bam went on call, and we solidified that, us 3 were going to be voting together. Katie's initial idea was that she was going to be able to get Mikey as 4. And at first, that sounded great, but I don't trust Mikey. I know that once Mikey hears things, he may tell Asha, he may tell Robbie. I don't trust Mikey. I don't know how much I trust Katie and Mikey, in their connection. But I have to try. I do have to put my trust in somewhere. Otherwise, I'm not going to get any result back. So, me, Katie, and Liban are for sure, like, voting together for this round. And I had suggested basically that I could get Robbie's vote. I didn't want to put too much emphasis on it. I didn't, I said that Robbie told me that those three were together. They told me that, it's Robbie, Asha, Mikey. And I said that I could also get his vote. So if me, Robbie, and Liban, which I know the three of us will vote together. I know what they're thinking 24/7 throughout this game. I know that we have our votes. And if we have Katie, we have 4. Now, Courtney came to me today, which was great. This is perfect. And she said, we're at top 7. This would be a great time. There's 3, we're 4. Or we both more or less said that and came to the same conclusion, which is perfect. However, and I keep saying that, I know that she's closer to Asha, just like Courtney's closer to Mikey, just like I and Liban are closer to Robbie. So, I'm afraid that Courtney would go to Asha and tell her if we were voting for her. Which, by the way, Liban wants Asha gone. Robbie's been considering Asha, but that's another story. And Katie just wants one of the 3. So we want Asha to go. I hate to say it. She's a power player. She said my name. I'm threatened. I don't stand a chance. So if Courtney is closer with Asha, I think Courtney is closest to Asha in the game out of everyone left. I think she would tell her. So we're going to tell we're going to tell Courtney that it's Robbie and hopefully get her to throw her vote. In a perfect world, if things go smoothly, it'll be 4 for Asha, 2 for however Asha and Mikey vote, and then 1 for Courtney voting for Robbie. I don't plan on telling Robbie I'm getting Courtney to throw her vote on him. It's not for an idle play because there should already be 2 votes on someone else. It's just to get Courtney to throw her vote, and we need her to vote for... She's going to want to vote for one of the 3. We know already it's not going to be Asha, and Mikey's immune, so it has to be Robbie. That's the only person she's going to want to vote for. Obviously, I don't want to vote for that. I want her to throw her vote. So I need to prep Liban and Katie. Katie said she's at work. She's not going to be around too much tonight until like an hour before Tribal, which is... We can do that. We can work with that. But I need to prep Liban, especially because we need to do a call with Courtney at some point and assure her that it's Robbie. And then I know I at least need to individually do some sort of group with Asha to make it seem like I'm not comfortable and that I'm not trying to get her out. And, I need to do something along those lines. And possibly one with Mikey. I need something to let Mikey know what I'm planning on, to hear what he's planning on. I think Katie and I discussed that Mikey thought it was previously Courtney, or at least that was what he was telling her. And our previous plan was to say that, she had me, Liban, and her to do, like, Courtney. So... If the 4 people who are not the big 3 vote the way that they say they will, if the 4 people who are not Robbie, Asha, and Mikey want a chance at winning, they vote correctly tonight. I mean, I guess in hindsight, or not hindsight, and theoretically, there could be more opportunities down the road, but I've seen Mikey almost win every immunity so far. I know that if we chop Asha now, that makes getting out Mikey so much easier the next time he does not win. I know a lot of people consider getting out Courtney because that would chop Asha down a little bit, and I agree that that's, like, smart in a sense, but I think the biggest threat right now is Mikey. And so I know that doesn't make sense. Like, if Asha's not the biggest threat, why get rid of her? She's the next biggest threat and the most help to him. I've heard that they, like, want to get each other out, and that Robbie was, you know, possibly writing the line of, like, who's gonna, like, turn on who first, and whoever's left standing he was gonna work with, but it needs to be Asha so we can get Mikey. And he's done so well at every challenge so far. We have to make a move. We have to do it now.